Hi, welcome to a new episode of Do You Want to See Your Network in Action? And this time we are going to talk about the root guard. A quick explanation of root guard is a safety feature of a spanning tree that protects the root bridge from receiving superior BBDU from other switches that are trying to claim to be the root. This scenario could happen accidentally, that we are as a network administrator accidentally change the priority of one of the switch in our topology into something that supersedes the one in the current root bridge. Or it could be maliciously as well, that somebody will try to get into our network and plug in a switch and try to become the root for our topology. So you can see here switch 1 is the current root bridge for the switching topology here, and for switch 1 to receive a superior BBDUs has to come through the ports that are connected to switches, and these ports are designated ports. The role of these ports are designated. So any possible port that could receive a superior BBDU, we can enable the root guard feature on it. So we can see here we have both interfaces on switch 1 are designated, and switch 2 has one designated port that goes to switch 3. Now let's take a look. So switch 1, and I'm going to run show spanning tree, and as you can see, both interfaces are designated ports. Let's go to switch 2 and run show spanning tree, and you can see here port 0/0, the one that goes to switch 3 is the designated, and the one that goes to switch 1, which is the root, is the root port. Let's take a look at switch 3. In switch 3, we have the port that goes to switch 2 is blocked, and the one that goes to switch 1, the root, is the root port. You can see here the priority of switch 3 is 49152, and that's because we have enabled the uplink fast feature in the previous video. And you can see here the cost of the ports are 3004. That's the uplink fast feature that adds the cost of 3000 to the default cost of the interfaces on that switch. Now, if you want to if you would like to see uplink fast in action, please take a look at the previous video. Now let's enable root guard in switch 1 and switch 2. So we go to the designated interfaces. Let's do range, and we're gonna run the command spanning tree guard root. And switch 2 is the same, but only on the one that goes to switch 3. Spanning tree guard root. Now let's enable debug spanning tree events, debug spanning tree events. Now let's go to switch 3 and let's try to make it the root, and the command is spanning tree VLAN 1 priority 0. Now you can see here, before we talk, let's disable the debug, because it's going to keep sending these superior BBDUs. The command is undebug all. Now let's take a look at the output. So you can see here switch 3 starts sending a superior BBDU. If you want to go and run show spanning tree on switch 3, you can see here the priority became 0, and the cost came back to 4, and he's trying to be the bridge. Now in switch 2 and switch 1, you can see the root guard has blocked the designated ports here as well. Root guard has been triggered because start receiving superior BBDUs from switch 3. Now let's take a look at the show spanning tree. Show spanning tree, and you can see the port has been placed into block and it's in route inconsistent. Let's do show spanning tree on switch 2 as well, and you can see it has been blocked for route inconsistent. So that's the error that it will get. It's not error disabled, it's route inconsistent. Now this error will auto recover if we corrected the priority of switch 3. So it will not, we do not need to do a shot no shot or like an error disable recovery or anything. It will auto recover that. So let's run the debug again. Debug spanning tree events, and you can see the superior BBDUs are keep coming. Debug spanning tree events, and we are going to go back to switch 3 and put the priority back to default 32768. Let's see what's going to happen. See here, the superior BBDUs has been stopped. Now I should turn off the logging synchronous on switch 1. Alright, you see here, has been recovered. The root guard has unblocked the port on both switches. It's unblocked. And the port has been transitioned into listening and then learning, which is the normal standard spanning tree action. And it will turn to forwarding again. Awesome. See here? It went back to forwarding. Now let's run spanning tree on switch 3, and you can see the priority has been turned back to 49152. We configured the default 32768, but because of the uplink fast, the priority has been placed into 49152, and the cost as well. Now if you want to see, again, if you want to see this feature, go back to the previous video. Now let's run show command on switch 1. And you can see, because before it was in route inconsistent, now it transitioned back to designated port, and on switch 2 as well. So this is the root guard in action. Thank you very much for watching.